what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides, and I'll be honest, I'm pretty damn excited right now. I know a lot of you are like, another Subaru STi? Yes, I am back here at Subaru Port Richey. Spencer, my good buddy, called me up and said, listen, we just got a truck shipment, and he actually sent me a video of this car as it was rolling off the truck, and I knew that I had to make my way down here. So I definitely want to give a big, huge shout out to Spencer and also Shorty to helping us track down the keys of this car, because it took us a while to, first of all, find out where the car was and where were the keys. But anyways, Subaru is known over the years for making some special editions of cars. It's almost gotten to the point where every so many years, there's another special edition coming out. And just when you thought that, hey, they already made special enough, well, guess what? They're back with this 2019 Subaru WRX STi Series Gray. Now, if you're wondering, oh, it's just a paint job, oh, it's just some different features with color, no. What I personally love about this particular one is that you're gonna get some extra stuff to help you perform better. Now, as many of you are aware, last year they came out, and when I say last year, I mean model year, 2018, they came out with the Type RA. The Type RA had beefed up pistons in the engine. It had a little bit additional horsepower. It had that third gear revision. It had a carbon fiber roof, a unique rear bumper, forged wheels rather than cast, so on and so forth. Well, guess what? This car has some more of the Type RA DNA, because all 2019s had those beefed up pistons in the STi. All 2019s had that revised third gear, but this one has some extras. But let's go ahead and get to the front of it, because I love this cool gray khaki color. Really works on the STi. You know, STi is known for World Rally Blue, but I really like this color because it's unique and it really shows the lines of the car beautifully. You could see the continuation, the revision from 2018 is that they kept it going with the style. Same lower plastic vents. Remember, now these vents are open for aerodynamic purposes and noise purposes, but these are not functional in the sense that they do any brake cooling. That is probably, and I keep saying it over and over again, my biggest hang up with the front of the car are these vents. I wish that they were functional for brake cooling, because it would just help with the performance of the car overall. I really like the way they continue with the piano black on the grille, and if you look closely, I don't know if Tom could show you with the camera, it's almost like a metallic piano black. Very nicely done, especially shining in this Florida sun. I really like it. Here's another thing that I noticed they started changing. They went back to the lighter pink color, that cherry blossom pink color. If you go to the STi factory in Japan, you'll know, just like a lot of other areas in Japan, they have a bunch of those cherry blossom trees. Well, that pink color represents those trees. And if you look at, like, say, a 2015, like I used to have, they went darker. It's like a darker red. They brought back the pink. I really like the flat black, and I just love how it looks so aggressive, especially in the color, because it really shows the lines in, like, the front bumper, up on the hood, and there's that massive air scoop up on the hood. Lurking beneath that is that 2.5 liter, that engine that's been tried and true. I know that there is that debate over the reliability with ringlet issues and all that kind of stuff. I'm here to tell you, I've owned 3 different STIs over the years, never had an issue, put tons of miles on them. So it really is one of those things where it could be hit or miss, and it's up to, are you getting it tuned, those types of things. But I like the functionality of the hood scoop with that top mount intercooler. Let's go ahead and take a look at the side. Now, specific for the Series Gray are going to be these wheels. Now, not the style. These are the same wheels that come on a stock STi, but they're finished in the gloss black, almost that metallic piano black finish like on the grill. Really, really like that. I love, absolutely love, if you've been hung up about that day glow yellow paint job on the brake calipers, look how classy that looks. The silver with the black STi logo. Remember, those are 6-piston Brembo calipers, and they are the same color as off of the Type RA. Now, another thing, remember how I told you there was some extra stuff from the Type RA? So obviously those silver painted calipers from the Type RA, that's not going to help for performance, but lurking underneath these fenders are the Bilstein shocks that were taken off of the Type RA. So you're going to get that beefed up suspension over, say, a stock STi, which is sitting across the parking lot. that's another thing that's part of the Series Gray. So it's not just about the color, there's performance underneath as well. And I think a lot of times we don't give suspension enough credit. It really is the suspension, the tires, that allow you to grip the road and allow you to have that performance and handling. Let's work our way. Before we go too far, there is another Series Gray specific, these gloss black. There's that cherry blossom pink STi. Remember, it stands for Subaru Technica International. That was the whole part of the rally division. Now the road racing and all the other great stuff coming out of Subaru performance-wise. Here's another thing they took from the Type RA, the piano black, gloss black on the mirrors. That's another feature physically that would associate this with the Type RA. Now, as you can see, there's no carbon fiber roof, so you're not going to get that weight savings on this car of the carbon fiber. And that's why, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, Type RA owners are going to be pissed off. Subaru really did them in and all that kind of stuff. No, they still have something so unique, so limited. But when we say limited, this is one of 250 in the whole country. So very, very rare. Now remember, with the Series Gray, you could get a WRX as well. WRX is not so much performance oriented. There's no Bilstein suspension or anything like that, but you can get it in this color. They made 750 of those. This is one of 250. Let's continue our way back. I love just the lines of the STi. My biggest gripe or zonk is going to be the height of the roof. I hope for the next generation they trim the roof down just a little bit. I think it would really help not only with aerodynamics, but the overall look of the car. Kind of bring it back to the Blob Eye and the Hawkeye STIs from the 2004 to 2007 genre. Let's work our way to the back here. Of course, no STi is without its huge massive wing. I love the way it looks with that cool gray khaki color. Very, very nice. And then to wrap it out back, you're going to notice another Series Gray specific. The Subaru emblem and the all-wheel drive, symmetrical all-wheel drive finished in black. That's going to be different from your standard STi from the factory. It does still have that wonderful STi logo. I do like the way it has the silver around the pink. It really makes it pop off of this color. And then I've always been a big fan of the lower diffuser. One zonk, if I'm going to point it out, I wish they would just go ahead and include the fog light down here. A lot of guys like to go to, like, say, Subispeed and other companies to get an aftermarket light. Why not put it in there? They're doing it on the Japanese versions and other countries that require a fog light. So it would be nice to have that there instead of this little design. But if you're ready, I'm ready to go ahead and pop the hood and show you that engine, that 2.5 flat 4. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, here we are underneath the hood. That EJ motor, that is that 2.5 liter flat 4. Remember, Subaru decided to bump up the horsepower an additional 5 horsepower. So you're looking at 310 horsepower, about 300 foot-pounds of torque. This is the same setup as any other standard 2019 Subaru WRX STi. Now remember, lurking underneath these shock mount covers here, our top mounts are going to be those Bilstein absorbers, those shock absorbers. That is that beefed up suspension for the car to increase the handling. I still love popping the hood on these STIs. The reason why is there's no plastic really. You just see the engine. Here's the beautiful intake plenum. You got the large open intercooler. That is something that just screams Subaru to me and just really allows people to enjoy what it looks like underneath the hood instead of there just being a ton of plastic. Now remember, Subaru is claiming better overall drivability because not only because of the pistons, they revised that third gear in the gearbox for the STi. They also done some remapping of the computer. So that's going to overall affect the whole driving experience of this car. So if you have, say, a 2015 STi and you're saying, well, this thing is just the same, I highly recommend you going out and test driving one of these because I think it will surprise you. Another thing, if I'm going to zonk it, being a special edition, 1 of 250, I would like to see that STi lower lips spoiler here. I think that it really just adds with the aggression. That was something that did come on the Type RA. If you're wondering what is the MSRP on this car, MSRP is $43,000. Now remember, on the Type RA, it was almost $50,000. So you could see that difference. And like I said, I think most people that bought a Type RA are not going to be upset because there are some things that are unique to their car, like the carbon fiber rear spoiler, the carbon fiber roof, the unique rear bumper. those beautiful BBS forged, not cast, forged gold wheels. That's something that, you know, for the true Subaru hardcore enthusiasts, they're going to be happy with and not be complaining. But I would like to, that would be another zonk. Because of the Series Gray 1 to 250, I would like to see that. Let's go ahead and fire up that boxer engine. Now remember, boxer engine is because it's a flat four. Pistons are going back and forth like punching gloves. It's going to have such a unique sound because of those unequal length headers. Let's go fire it up. Alright guys, we're inside the 2019 Subaru WRX STi Series Gray. Not a whole lot of changes in here that separate it from your standard STi. This one automatically comes with the Recaros. So you're going to get the stock STi bottom with the Recaro back. Remember, that does have the increased bolstering on the sides. I love the Recaro embroidery, and I like the embossed STi logo on the back of the headrest. Another thing I think really Subaru does well inside the STIs is they bring the color red. You get these red seat belts, you get the red trim here, lots of red stitching. Those are things that really add that extra flavor that if you compare this to, say, a Focus RS, the Focus loses. You know, if you want a true Recaro seat, the Focus has them, the RS, but this really outdoes it with the quality. You have piano black pieces, nothing too large to where you're going to get a ton of fingerprints. You have piano black around the infotainment. Now, new for 2019, remember, Apple CarPlay, it's amazing, or Android Auto. You simply plug your phone up and you could just talk to text. You could use your Google Maps or whatever you're using, and it all shows up here. Unfortunately, the Series Gray, even at a price point of $43,000, no navigation. So you do get the updated Subaru Starlink system, which is pretty quick reacting. I mean, if I go through it, it goes and transfers very quickly, but it still doesn't have the navigation, which I think at a price point of $43,000, it should have navigation. Here's that wonderful STI specific transmission. This is not the same gearbox as the WRX. Very nice short throws, very crisp. This one has the optional STI shift knob on it. I do like the leather, and I like the metal here, and it's showing you the different layout of the gears. But these STI transmissions can really handle the power. Another thing, because it's an STI, is you're going to get your SI drive. You have your computer controlled differential, and then a wonderful sliding cover over the cup holders. But how about come over here, and I'm going to show you something that was taken right off the Type RA. Come on over. All right, guys, here it is, stolen right off the Type RA. This is that beautiful suede steering wheel. I love this steering wheel. You know, normally I really like the STI steering wheel. This one's even more so. I love the material. I love the red stitching. There's that beautiful STI logo. And I think another thing that no matter what STI you get into is I love the gauge layout. I love the quality. I like the appearance. You can see that tachometer, nice analog tachometer, speedometer, and then you have your LED display in the center where you could make your adjustments with the SI drive or with the computer controlled center differential. But seating position's perfect in these STIs. Overall, it's a wonderful place to be, and doing these reviews on these STIs are making me very tempted to get another one. I know there's a new one coming out for 2020, a totally updated one, but this Series Gray really has some very nice touches. If you're ready, I'm ready to wrap this one up. All right, guys, it's been one hell of a day here at Subaru of Port Richey. Definitely want to give a big, huge shout out again to Spencer and Shorty and everybody here for allowing me to gain access. There are already people supposedly calling in and showing up tomorrow to take a look at this Series Gray 2019 WRX STi, one of 250. I really think that it's a smart move for Subaru to kind of push these special models, especially if we are going to be transitioning into an all-new WRX and STi for 2020. But if these are the types of cars that you like to see on Raity's Rides, these special editions that are unique, that you're only going to find so many different places, leave a comment in that comment section. If you have not hit subscribe yet, what are you waiting for? Hit subscribe. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back every single day to Raity's Rides. If you have been a subscriber, thank you. None of this would be possible without you, and I'm very grateful. I know Tom's very grateful, and we're just so happy that you're on this journey with us. We're a great community here on Raiti's Rides, a great family. If you haven't checked out my Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter pages, definitely check those out. It's all original Raiti's Rides content all the time. Get yourself some merch. How do you find it? Click on the About tab on my YouTube homepage. Lower left-hand corner, it says Raiti's Rides Merch Store. Click on that. It's going to take you to Spreadshirt, hats, shirts, bandanas, hoodies, bags, something for everybody. I think, you know what, the holidays coming up, what better way to say I love you than some Raiti's Rides merch? And it's a great way to show your love for Raiti's Rides and to help promote the channel. It's so amazing having you here with us. We can't forget the man of the year. Scratch that. The man of the decade. No, that doesn't sound right either. The man of the century. Big Guns McGee, Thomas Motioner, working the camera, setting up the angles, getting all the footage for you guys to have such a visual experience that's like no other here on YouTube. So thank you, Tom, for all your hard work, your dedication. He has a laundry list of women that are contacting him every single day. It's unbelievable. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.